Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, listen, I want to talk about how to organize yourself a little bit more and better. This is especially relevant for agents who've been in the industry for maybe 3-4 years, okay? Okay, if you've been in the industry for less than that as well, I think this is going to be relevant to you, okay? You can actually automate a few things that make your life easier, okay? Make your life easier, okay? This is also especially applicable for people who are getting a decent amount of inbound leads, okay? Inbound leads. What do I mean by inbound leads, okay? Very simple. Let's say, I'll give you an example, okay? Let's say you're in the market and you're selling a new variety of car. And you know, the new variety of cars that are in the market, perhaps they've got a price point starting from, let's say, a certain lower price point all the way to up to a higher price point. And now you are in this market and you're bringing a luxury new vehicle to the market. Okay, so try to understand this. So you're a luxury manufacturer of a car that's new in the Dubai market. And because you're luxury, you're not priced at the lower point. So what you do is when you're getting inbound leads, it's very simple. You will ask 1 or 2 qualifying questions. It could be a direct question. Hey, what's your fund allocation, or how much money are you looking to allocate to this new purchase? It could be like a very direct question. It could be an indirect question as well. What's an indirect question? What car or make are you driving right now? So let's say if you think that your ideal client comes from clients who drive this kind of car or that kind of car or that kind of car, then it's very easy for you to just quickly qualify them. When we're doing real estate, there's a couple of questions that we always, as agents, brokers, advisors, need to ask right off the bat on the first call. What are these questions? They're very simple, but they're very pertinent. Why are they very pertinent? They're very pertinent because if you don't ask these questions, you don't go down the correct route with the client, okay? So a couple of questions are, hey, listen, what's your, for example, and guys, listen, if you find this useful, please hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon so that others can find this video. And also share it with other friends and family who you find or may benefit from this information, okay? Think about this. So some of the questions that we ask pretty straight off the bat in real estate, or should be asking, is what are you looking at, right? Are you looking for something that's off plan or ready in Dubai? What's your plan around reselling this property? Do you want to buy something as a home for yourself, or are you looking at it as a pure investment? If you're looking at it as a pure investment, what kind of return are you expecting and looking for? And you go on to asking like 4 or 5 questions to then ask them like what their budget is, right? How much are they looking to allocate? You might also ask in there like what's their main pain points right now, and they will speak. They'll speak their heart out. They'll tell you like, you know, I'm just starting out. You might even ask, when are you thinking about making this purchase? And they'll be honest with you. Look, I am looking at just something as early as 1 year from now. Something as early as 1 month from now, something as early as 3 months from now, 6 months from now. I'm not sure. It could be 6 months. It could be 1 year. It could be never, right? Acha, when you ask these questions, what happens? It's very easy. You can then classify this client as somebody who needs immediate help because they're very, very hot to buy something for themselves, so you want to help them out. Somebody who needs medium level of help because they're at the mid-level stage of not knowing what they're looking to do, and somebody at the absolute early stage who I dare say this, but they're so early that they just need brief information about the Dubai market. They don't need to go on actual viewing sometimes, or maybe if you do a viewing, maybe it's 1 or 2 maximum, and then you say, look, take a rest, take a gap, figure out your finances, figure out if you're going to stay in Dubai, figure out if you're going to sell the property if you move from Dubai. You know, maybe sometimes some people are in the middle of immigration. Now, I've given you a lot of advice on how to qualify a customer, but now here's the pain. You can do this one time if you get one customer coming through, 2 times, 3 times. For those of you who get 5, 10, 20 customers coming through every day, because you've got great social media presence, so on and so forth. You can't speak to 20 clients and then try to qualify them. It becomes too tedious. Then you can't service the clients who are already working with you. So what do you do around this? You automate, okay? Be polite, be nice. Set up a quick Google questionnaire. And anybody who wants to talk to you, business and property, ask them to take 2 minutes to fill up this questionnaire. Simple. Very simple, because then you can see this questionnaire and then go back to talking to them, okay? That's number one. So the first things first. If you've got a decent amount of inbound leads, talk to them. If it's 2 or 3 leads, but if it's 5 to 20 leads a day, it's just going to drain your energy to ask the repetitive questions every time. Now, you might say, hey, no, I want to talk to them first time. I want to talk. Fine. That's okay. But what I found myself was, if I didn't have these questions automated, these buyers would pull me into a conversation themselves. And that conversation, that initial conversation that should be about 5, maximum 7 minutes, would end up being half an hour. And we've done no business yet. But my half an hour, your half an hour is now gone, right? So think about it. If you had 5 inbound leads and 3 of them spoke to you at length, half an hour, right? Because you couldn't control, they couldn't control, and you just went on a banger and just kept talking. There's 1.5 hours. The other 2 leads you spend, let's say, if you're doing half an hour, then you're probably spending 10 minutes per lead to qualify to talk. You're out 2 hours, 10 minutes. No, sorry. 1 hour, 50 minutes. That's almost 2 hours, right? Because you took a break between the calls as well. So 2 hours it's not just taxing, it's tiring, and then maybe you didn't get all the questions in, maybe you missed something, and now you set up another meeting, and then now you're still catching up on getting them to answer questions that should have been qualified, answered in the first call. Instead, send them a form, ask them to fill it up, you get all the pertinent details, then you build a conversation on top of that, and then you decide if you want to have this conversation that's 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, or half an hour long, right? That's it. Secondly, if you're looking at, so there's a lot of forms, free and paid versions available online. You could use the bigger ones like Google used to have forms, but I think they've finished that. But there's others, okay, free and paid versions. Then if you want, then the other thing I always say to people is, like, when you're talking to people, get their email address, because email is a form of communicating with them, touching your client without being too annoying, and sending them something of value. There's a lot of email automation tools. I'm not going to name any of them because I'm not endorsing any of them, because I'm not getting paid by any of them. So I don't want to endorse one over the other, and everybody's going to have their own opinion. So the second thing you want to do is get a email automation program. And it's very, very easy. Like, if you use the more popular ones, use the one, I'll tell you which one you should use. The first name that comes to your mind is the one that you should use. Or if you Google email automation, the first 3 or 4 that come up, use that one, okay? Just do some Google reviews and use that one. Why is it so good? Because if you send an email to 100 people and 5 or 10 people open it, boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. It's like super, like you see who opened the emails, who's engaging with you, who likes you, who unsubscribed. That's a little bit of a downer, but it's fun to see, mashallah. Like, oh, I send an email to 100 people, 30 people open it. That means that they found what I sent being valuable. That's good, alhamdulillah, right? Last but not the least, you might want to look at WhatsApp automation. Everybody cannot do it right now, but the options are available out there. You can start working down that road. So I personally think you should absolutely look at WhatsApp automation as well. Okay, so we talked about 3 things. First part, automate how you qualify them, especially if you're getting inbound leads. Secondly, automate your email sending. And thirdly, automate your WhatsApps and WhatsApp responses. All right, hope this helps. If you're looking to actually join a great company to work, soon we'll be very ready. There will be a link somewhere below to our website. You can apply. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Ciao for now. Bye.